La Crosse Local is proud to be a sponsor of the La Crosse Winter Roots Festival, brought to you by Ultra Federal Credit Union. We invite you to celebrate music, cuisine, artists, makers, brewers, and distillers in the new La Crosse Center Riverside Ballroom. Musical entertainment includes Dan Sobronic, Reed Grimm, Tug, The Remainders, Greg Hall and the Wrecking Ball, and the Trippin' Billies, the nation's most renowned Dave Matthews tribute band. La Crosse Winter Roots Festival is presented by the La Crosse Center, La Crosse Local, and with special thanks to The Remainders.
I'm going home. Hey, I'm going home.
Find out more information and how to get tickets at lacrosselocal.com. We had a quick chat with musician Nick Temte and videographer Dylan Overhouse. We have chatted with both these artists on individual podcasts, but now they've come together to talk about the Hitchin' a Ride, a music video project for local music favorites, The Remainders. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is La Crosse Local.
I caught your eye and it wasn't just a glance. Rushed by the party and I knew we had to dance. I felt our hearts beat together. We were so young but we had to take this chance. Our love would be more than a passing circumstance. I felt our hearts beat together.
So today we have Nick Temte and Dylan Overhouse. Nick, we chatted with you and your father, Andy, the rock band, The Remainders, on episode 167. We actually talked about the creation of the song Hitchin' a Ride. And then a little bit down the road, I know Dylan Overhouse of Overhouse Productions kind of jumped on board last few months, kind of pulled together some visuals at multiple different live shows. And then it was recently released, the song, but then the video came out. So Nick, the last time we chatted about your contribution to the song, what was it like collaborating with your dad and then having the song turn into this music video?
Well, it's just to tackle the collaboration part. It's just been a super cool bonding experience to work with my dad like that. I think working in the studio together has brought us a lot closer. And it's just been a great place to, practice my mixing chops and work on being a better engineer and being able to work around my system better. And so I've gotten a lot more familiar with the creation aspect and then turning that into a music video, just kind of is really helping me understand that connection from creation to release and everything that leads up to that. It all just snowballs. And then suddenly it's like, oh, we got so much to do. I thought I could just push a button these days on TuneCore and press release, but there's a lot more that goes into it. So.
And Dylan, how did you get involved? You're always around shooting live music, but how did the project get started for you?
Yeah, I've been working with Remainders for a couple years now, recording videos. So Andy had reached out to me over the summer and said that he had been working on this song with his son, Nick. And that they wanted to make a live performance-based video for it. So we continued the conversation, and I kind of showed up to all their shows with like a 3-camera setup, because when you're trying to capture 6 people in the band, there's kind of a lot going on. So I wanted to make sure I had all those bases covered, and really just focused on their live performances and documenting those.
I've seen it, on social media, seen it on the Remainders page, but also what has been the public response to it? I know they're always actively doing, the Remainders are actively doing streamed live shows since COVID, but how have people been responded to this new piece?
I've been really surprised by the amount of people that have reacted to it and commented on it. We did a big push on Facebook because we knew that this was the first real piece of Remainders content that we could just get out there and tell people like, hey, the Remainders have been this great classic rock cover band for a long time in the area, but now we're starting to create music and trying to sell the father-son aspect of it. So I think, getting me on stage really helped kind of tie that together in the video and show kind of my role in it. And Yeah, the public response though has been super positive. Lots of people leaving comments on oh, this is my new jam. And so it's been really cool to see all of that, especially after everything that was put into this from Dylan and my dad and myself.
Yeah, and also the Remainders will be hitting the stage for the Cross Winter Roots Festival, which is Saturday, February 12th. Are you in the band now, or are you going to be there for that show? Or
I am not in the band, but I hop on stage quite a bit every time it feels right. I'll play bass in the Hitchin a Ride song and whatever songs we do moving forward, because that's kind of my job instrumentally. Record a couple of things here and there. I map out the drums and all that, but the bass is really the part where I get to fully lean in and get full creative control. So I let the actual bassist. So for people who are confused by the video where they see me and Ed kind of changing places on stage, when I'm not available to play a song, Ed will play the song, but Ed is gracious enough to step aside for those couple minutes and let me hop on stage because he's really supportive of the father-son aspect of it.
outside of this video and this project, what's next for you guys? Is there anything exciting coming down the line individually, or?
So yeah, we just got done in the studio recording the next single for the Remainders. That's going to be a super cool one. I'll try to keep it short so we don't spoil too much about it, but it's actually a song that's been in the works for like 35 years. It was a love song written from my dad to my mom when they were teenagers. So having this song go through different transformations all through the years, and it's been recorded once before, but it hasn't been released. So we basically stripped it down to its acoustic guitar bones and then added a full band element. So that'll be really exciting, and that should be coming out in January. So start off the new year with a new song, and I've been working on my mixing and mastering chops. So I will be putting out some music of my own in the future. Haven't decided on if I'm going to do a stage name or anything like that, but I got a project out there on YouTube under Nick Temte, but I really want to put a little bit more of my full self into it. Yeah, so what's next is we got that single coming out. So I'm going to be looking forward. I'm going to be I'm going under a rebranding, like under construction type thing with my solo work, but I'm really working to fully rebrand and just kind of put my full self out there and just be super genuine and super honest with that. So that's really exciting, but it's really just in the works right now of just being talked about and working through some songs. So
nice. So Dylan, what's coming up for you? Anything?
Over the winter, I just plan on slowing down and honing in on my cinematography skills, as well as spending a little bit more focus on my storytelling abilities, and hopefully getting ready for spring and shooting some top secret personal projects.
Nice. So if people want to check out the video you guys collaborated on, what's the best avenue for them to go to?
Well, we tried to make it as easy as possible to access it. So you can go to theremainders.com, and that'll be right there on the front page. You can find it on YouTube, of course, and then it's been circulating around Facebook quite a bit. So just look up The Remainders on Facebook, YouTube, or just check out the website, and there it is.
Lacrosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at Lacrosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the Lacrosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.